fans, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. We are here at a special secret location in Long Beach for the major Formula Drift event and the upcoming Long Beach Grand Prix. But guess what? It's all about GR from Toyota. And what do I have for you? This vehicle right here. This is it. This is a 2026 Toyota GR86 special edition called the Yuzu Special Edition. But before we get into this, one of just 860 examples of the GR86 that Toyota is going to produce, let's talk about what's going on here. So Toyota, when you look at GR and Gazoo Racing, it goes all the way back to 2007 when you started to see that competition at the 24 hours of the Nürburgring. Akio Toyoda, also known as Marizo, doing the business behind the wheel, really trying to take all of those purities about what a driving car should be, what a performance car should be, and bring it into the GR86. What I've always loved about the GR86, it's not about 1,000 horsepower. It's about how does the car make you feel when you're behind the wheel? How does it dance amongst the twisty bits? And what Toyota wanted to do is kind of create a special edition to honor some of that magic that has been brought to this vehicle. Now, like I said, this is one of just 860 that will be available for the 2026 model year. And if you think, well, hey, is this just a special color? It goes beyond that. So what I want to find out is if you're looking for that purest form of sports car pleasure, is this 2026 GR86, the Yuzu Special Edition, is this the one to get? Let's go ahead, let's dive into this one and find out. Right off the bat, the color hits you like a ton of bricks in a very good way. Obviously, it's going to be called Yuzu Yellow. Makes sense. And this color is actually a connection to the past. If you've been following the history of the GR86, you would know here in the United States, originally it wasn't the GR86. It was from a sister brand of Toyota known as Scion, the Scion FRS here in the United States. And they had a special release launch edition. And this ties in with that launch of what the car would eventually be for many people, not only here in our country, but around the world. Now, at the front of the business, you're going to see that spectacular styling that you're familiar with on this generation. I really think that they did such a great job on the headlight design. You got your LED headlights, daytime running lamps, and turn signals. You're still going to have your functional, super-size side corner air curtains. And then this particular one, you'll see how it has a body kit. Now, one of those things that if you look at different GR models over the years, especially the 86, there have been other special editions. What I like about this one is that you then have that ground effects up front. And these are functional pieces. So what you're going to notice is the addition of that larger front splitter. Love the way they blended in with more of the yellow on the corners. And it's going to make the car not only stand out, but like I said, when it comes to aero, these pieces are functional. Gazoo Racing, that is the motorsports arm of Toyota. 24 Hours of Le Mans, World Rally Championship. That's what you get when you see that badge on a car like this. Now, as we come across that long, low-slung hood, fully functional with our flat black grille, of course, you got your GR badge. And then you'll notice on the splitter, you also get that GR logo as well. And it's actually a pretty beefy splitter. Steven and I actually had our lunch off this splitter. So it's gonna be one of those things that when you're driving this car as maybe a daily driver, you wanna be a little careful, but the good news is when you take it to your favorite twisty road or you take it to a racetrack, this aero is gonna help the car be more aero efficient. Now, as we rise up, I love that long, low slung hood. And remember, one of the magical things about this car is that it has a flat four. It's a 2.4 liter flat four naturally aspirated engine, 228 horsepower, and you get to have it your way, just like Burger King. 6-speed manual or 6-speed automatic. Now, because it is a flat four, that's what allows the engine to sit very low in the chassis, which gives us that very sleek aerodynamic hood. And what's awesome about it is that when you're behind the wheel, you actually get the two peaks of the fenders to be those perfect visual reference points as you're navigating, like I said, through your favorite twisty bits or on a racetrack. Now, as we come around the bend, what else do we have going on with this special edition? What you're gonna find is this multi-spoke satin black wheel. Love the style of it. 18-inch wheel. You're gonna have the performance package that comes with this vehicle. So for 2026, you're still gonna be able to get your GR86 standard. That's gonna be your entryway into this sports car. Then you have the Yuzu edition, the special edition, and then you have your GR86 Premium. On top of that, you'll still be able to option in the performance package. What's great about this special edition, it has the performance package. So you're gonna get the SAC suspension, all four corners. You're gonna get your Brembo brakes, all four corners, and you're also gonna see some other things that we're gonna show you in a few seconds. But loving having those 4-piston calipers. We have our Michelin, those Pilot Sport tires, and you're basically looking at 215 on the width, all four corners. And with this particular special edition, this is how it comes. Yellow with the black wheels. Now, as we come down the side, I'm gonna have Steven kind of swing around and show you that functional fender vent. And then as we drop back, you see the overall dimensions, the proportions of this car. This car is meant to be something like an isotoner glove. It wraps around you. With a manual transmission, it weighs a little bit more than 2,800 pounds, which is nothing compared to other vehicles in today's market. Now, when it comes to that body kit, you'll notice on the lower side, that side skirt extension, this is a functional piece, and you can see how it blends in nicely with the front splitter area. You got a little bit of this flat black in the back corner area. Balances nicely, kind of cuts the yellow a little bit. And then as we move towards the rear, you still got that great sleek design. You're gonna have a limited slip diff. And what they did was they actually did some tuning with the car. Not just suspension-wise, not just brake-wise, but also when it comes to throttle mapping and also with that limited slip diff. It may not have more horsepower. I know everybody was like, I want more horsepower, I want more horsepower. But it's all about fine-tuning the driving experience, just like a violinist fine-tunes a violin. Now, as we come to the rear, of course, we're gonna finish it off with that ducktail spoiler. Really gives it such a signature look. You'll notice full LED lighting, no old-fashioned Thomas Edison light bulbs out back. You have your GR86 badge, and then dropping it down to ground level, you have that ground effects on the rear, that lower diffuser area. Very, very stylish, very functional, and look at our GR branded catback exhaust. Nice stainless steel tips, they're staggered. You got your quad tips, that's gonna let that boxer engine, that 2.4 liter flat 4 boxer engine really rumble, and it does give you an extra nice look. But why don't we go ahead, let's get inside and see if the specialness spills into the interior. All right, guys, we are in it to win it. We're inside this 2026 special edition, the Yuzu edition of the GR86. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, what about price? No official pricing yet. Like I said, this is gonna be a 2026 model year vehicle, but I expect it to still be in the 30s. This is not gonna jump up to be a $45,000 car, and that's what makes this car even more special. It's an obtainable sports car, and with this being a special edition, it has that extra special touch. But let's see what the interior is all about in this GR86. To the door panels. I love up top, you're still getting the Alcantara micro suede material. Working your way down, you'll notice the bright yellow contrast stitching on that soft armrest. Door pocket is large enough for a bottle of sarsaparilla, no gloss black. And then going from the door panel to the dash, everything remains the same. The dash has a nice push forward to give your passenger room in here. You slide on in. You're still gonna get your same infotainment system. I can't start up the car. Maybe I can. No, can't start up the car. I don't have a key for it. It's like being pretend we're at an auto show. I can't turn on the infotainment system, but it's the same exact infotainment system. Down below, you do have your AC controls. We got that GR start stop button. And then this is where the magic happens. We have the 6-speed manual transmission, nice short throws, crisp engagement, and you'll notice that we have the yellow stitching on the shift boot. Good old-fashioned mechanical e-brake with the yellow stitching. And then, of course, you could turn off your traction control. You got your track mode. 2 stages of heated seats. Close that up. Here's our nice armrest. Open it up. 2 cup holders, 2 USB-A's, and an aux jack. And you could probably put in there, if you don't have drinks, you could probably put, I would say, 5 Snickers, so you don't get hangry like I do sometimes. Seats, the micro suede, the stitching, love it on the bolstering. It is manual adjustment for the passenger, manual adjustment for the driver, and you do have a rear seat, but it is about the size of maybe an Ewok from Return of the Jedi. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind this perfect steering wheel in this GR86. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. Of course, you're going to have your aluminum sill plate really nicely placed. And then I love the pedal box. You're still going to get that aluminum dead pedal, clutch, brake, and throttle to do your heel-toe downshifting. And then the seats, manual control on this special edition. And I'm okay with that because remember, this car weighs 2,811 pounds. That's not a lot of weight. Now, I know some people who are taller say they feel squished in a GR86, like a Twinkie getting squished and the cream busted all over the place. Guess what? No cream is getting busted in here. Plenty of room. I could get my helmet on, and then the steering wheel. Absolutely love the small size. You got your yellow stitching, the GR badging, flat black on the switchgear, and this is a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then, of course, you're still going to have the digital display that you're familiar with, but I can't show it to you, obviously, because we don't have the keys, and I can't take this for a spin yet. Now, let me know in the comment section how you feel about this car not having extra horsepower. I'll be honest. It would be nice to at least have 250 horsepower for a special edition. It's going to be interesting to see where Toyota takes the GR86 once we get past 2026. But let me know what you're feeling about that horsepower number. I want to take it for a spin. We can't today. What we got to do, though, is wrap it up from Long Beach. All right, guys, another great day in this secret location. Definitely got to thank the whole Toyota team having us out to bring you this one of just 860 2026 GR86 Yuzu special editions. Let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. Is this the purest form of sports car currently available in today's market? Let me know your thoughts in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Reds family. Got to give it up to Stephen Flood. They almost didn't want to let him in here to the secret location because you're not supposed to have guns. And his guns, he's been working out those guns, so they keep getting bigger and bigger every day. Stephen, make sure you get a permit for him. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.